So good morning, ladies. This is a rare opportunity for me to be in a room full of women in the natural lifestyle space. I don't take it for granted. Having been in this industry for a long time, I noticed in different environments, going to like all the expos and whatnot, that it was largely a lot of men. I was like, well, women are kind of making all the purchasing decisions, so why don't I see more women in the room? So to be in this space is really a great opportunity for me, just to see that it can happen. So thank you, Celine, for making that happen. So today's talk is about making room at the table, leveraging the niche communities for maximum impact. So let's start off by, I'll introduce myself. My name is Yoli Ouiya. I founded a website many years ago called Yoli's Green Living, because I got tired of my friends and family asking me how to be natural and eat healthy and do those kinds of things. And I said, let me just put together a website so anytime anyone emails me or sends me a text, I can just send them to the website. I also founded a natural lifestyle consulting agency called Next in Wellness with my co-founder, and a new lifestyle brand called African Hippie. So let's talk about market share. There is a market opportunity to do business with niche communities using social media. So about 1/3, about 34% of Hispanics online use Instagram. And that's also about 38% for African Americans. So you can see that social media is a good way to leverage and create conversation and community. So as the queen of green in communities of color, my niche is soon going to be about half the market. So by 2020, the Census Bureau says that more than half of the nation's children are expected to be part of a minority race or ethnic group. To be clear, the minority is going to be the majority, and that will include buying power. So let's think about that. To have half of these children who are going to be under the age of 18 going to be able to identify with different groups, and it won't just be one secular group, it'll be a variety of cultures that they'll have. So the power of social media is exhibited by the ability of Twitter to create trends and habits. A great example is the show Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Has anyone ever watched that show, Brooklyn Nine-Nine? I'm a big fan. So for those of you who are fans of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you know that the show was canceled 2 days ago by Fox Network. And fans like me were up in the uproar, like, oh my God, you can't cancel the show. It's one of the most diverse casted shows online. It doesn't really stick to stereotypical roles. And because of the fan outburst and outreach, within an 8-hour window span, because of this activity on Twitter, NBC picked up the show. So that shows you the power of social media and the opportunity for people to really make change. So the lesson here is people tweet and companies move. Now, another example is look how we normalized organic. 10 years ago, I was the hippie because I ate granola and I bought organic apples and produce, and occasionally I would wear Birkenstocks. But now, organic used to be a single section in a store. Now it's turned into an aisle. Now organic is mini stores within larger chains. Natural products are no longer the niche category. As we all know, Whole Foods was purchased by Amazon. There's a reason for that. Most people prefer natural and organic when given the choice. Access to natural products shouldn't be niche, and being mixed, black, white, brown in America shouldn't be niche either. A great example of that is Eileen Fisher. Any of you familiar with Eileen Fisher, the designer? Love her stuff. Best clothing I ever purchased. Great quality. So she provided a great blueprint with integrating organic and sustainably sourced design clothing by not separating it from her conventional line. So if you go into an Eileen Fisher store, you'll notice that everything is grouped together. There's not an eco or organic section. What you will notice is that you walk around and you pick things out based on your preference and how you feel, and if this looks cute, if it looks cute on you or it looks cute on your girlfriend. And then the secondary thing is if you look at the label, you'll notice whether it's organic. So she made it where going into a store is not about, let me go to the organic eco section of the clothing. It's about picking things that feel good. And if it happens to be organic and sustainably sourced, then even better for the environment. So people inherently and subconsciously want to go where they feel represented. And they are more than ever conscious and aware of what it should look like for them. So I want to give you some statistics that may give you like a microcosm of that. So I just happen to be vaguely familiar with the African American woman demographic. So African American women's consumer preferences and brand affinities are resonating, driving total Black spending power toward a record $1.5 trillion by 2021. That's in 2 years, so I didn't stutter, let me repeat that. Black women are driving the spending power in that community to $1.5 trillion within the next 2 years. That's over the space of the next 2 years, and that was in the Nielsen report. So, just to give you some idea, 74% of Black women agree global warming is a serious threat. 60% of Black women agree that they buy natural products because they are concerned about the environment. 55% agree a company's environmental record is important in their purchasing decisions. And 59% of Black women agree that they are willing to pay more for a product that is environmentally safe. And this is just one niche community out of many. There are so many other communities that feel the same exact way and want to see themselves represented and be marketed to. So one example is Toyota is one of the rare companies that targets African Americans with their Toyota Green Initiative. And I happen to work with them on that initiative in terms of cultivating resources and opportunities to engage and provide education for various communities. So feeling represented is more than seeing diverse family images in a marketing campaign. It actually requires building a team and hiring consultancies that are a microcosm of the world. Different perspectives, work styles, experiences, skills, lifestyles, and cultural backgrounds create new avenues of revenue that often go overlooked. And you're missing out on potential opportunities when you bring in a diverse team of people and they're like, well, we can do something different. We can do it this way because now you're thinking from a different microcosm. And I just wanted to give you a sense of the opportunity that you have in this. We are in a great time. Like, this current administration has opened up an opportunity for us to do things differently, like to really leverage our human connection and an opportunity to tell stories that haven't been told before. The Me Too movement wasn't just out of one woman's experiences, it's out of the collective of our experiences to say, hey, if we can birth people, we can birth change, we can birth ideas, we can rule this planet the way we were supposed to. Like, we are based out of, we came out of societies where we created change. It's called Mother Earth for a reason, because we are the driving force in change and making things different. So I wanted to say, hopefully you see the opportunities for engaging in niche communities and to make room at the table for this ever-changing world. I would love to engage and talk with anyone who has any questions and ideas about how we can really be inclusive and diverse in this open, ever-changing and loving market. Okay, thank you.